It is one of my great honors and privileges to serve on the board of Hatzalah, which is the essence of Pikuach Nefesh, the saving of human lives. They put the saving of human lives before anything else. I don't usually like to be on boards, but this is one that does so much good, and the volunteers are really lifesavers. It's an organization that grows out of the heart and soul of people who just want to do good. There's no reward here on this earth, no recognition. You're not called heroes. You rarely get your pictures in the paper, but you've saved lives, and there's nothing more important in the world than doing that. And you do it by putting yourselves at risk. I saw just this morning motorcycle with my name on it rushing into traffic. I was so worried that my motorcycle would be hit by a bus that was coming the other way. But this guy knew he had his job to do, and his job was to get there first and to save a life. And, I'm a lawyer, and as a lawyer, I think all the time of saving people from prison. But to save a human life, there's probably no feeling that is greater in the world than to be able to do that. No reward more important than the knowledge that you've made the difference between life and death. And I just came from a big family gathering, and I was shown pictures of my enormous extended family, and it made me think, that all comes from one person. If one person hadn't been saved back, whatever, that many people would not have been brought into the world. Whenever I think of the Shoah, I think of every picture of every one person going into the gas chambers represents an enormous family that didn't live. And I think we have to think of it every day when it comes to rescuing human lives. You're not only rescuing human life, you're permitting an entire new family to come into being, an entire new unit of life. And so keep rescuing people, keep saving lives, and we'll keep supporting you in any way we can.
Here's cameras all around if you're going to the call. Right. He saw me on the computer, right, and he can tell me by GPS. This is the automatic external defibrillator. You can see it's not heavy, right, and you could put it everywhere.
Yeah, this is going to a volunteer, Yaakov Cohen, in Beit Shan.
Right.
You know Beit Shan.
Right. So do you have a program of adopted defibrillator where you can get people to contribute for a defibrillator?
Sure.
How much to defibrillator?
$2,500 in this defibrillator. And we get people to donate them.
I will donate one.
Thank you very much.
Good.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank you. Wow.
My doctor.
Serious?
My doctor, Chaim Agus, was my doctor growing up in Borough Park.
Hey, take a picture.
Isn't it? What a small world.
Wait. I'm going to show this to Ranan. You know
See this on my bar mitzvah. I had two big boils on my hands, and I couldn't shake hands because it was my bar mitzvah. And he gave me these two scars. Thank you, Dr. Agus. Borough Park, 48th Street.
Wow.
13,
Really?
About 1327 48th Street.
Wow.
He was a great man. His son wait a minute. His son, who probably donated this, or one,
Ranan
great
and
grandpa.
Nicole. Ranan and Nicole, yeah.
Okay, now one of them, this is different. He has another son who is a professor
Yeah.
at University of Maryland, I think, or something, and another son who lives here. He's a very good, very close friend of the family. Great doctor, right?
See, so
Chaim Agus, right?
it's great.
And I came from a neighborhood of nobody went to college. I mean, there were very few educated people, and he was a gaon, a doctor and a gaon, great man.
So they did this in
And
memory.
his brother was one of the heads of the Jewish Theological Seminary. Yeah, one of the first conservative rabbis in America, academic, scholar. Right.
So they did this in honor of the bar mitzvah.
It's a great bar mitzvah.
Funny, it's a bar mitzvah story and a bar mitzvah donation.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Bar mitzvah story.
All right. So this is
Dr. Chaim Agus, who lived on 48th Street between 13th and 14th Avenues in Borough Park, and was not only the greatest doctor in Borough Park, but also one of the great Gaonim, one of the great wise men, and his wife was one of the great ladies and wise women. His wife and my mother were neighbors for many, many years after their husbands both died. And Chaim Agus was not only a doctor for me, but a role model in a neighborhood that didn't have many college-educated, university-educated people. So I was so thrilled to see a motorcycle, a life-saving. What could be more appropriate than to have a life-saving ambicycle named after a lifesaver, a man who saved many lives in Borough Park in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s.